So, what can I say about Brian? He has been such an inspiration to me and the staff. He knows every patient by name. If they are struggling with, working out, eating correctly, he meets with them individually. I know several years ago he got me involved with doing Spartan races. Absolutely loved it. He means a lot to me personally. I value his friendship and I value him as a colleague.
I've never had someone that I could rely on and depend on as much as I do with Brian. Not just with work stuff. He got me out on the trails, running with him and Reed, did a couple Spartan races with him, and it's the little goals that we set. That next hill, reach to the top. Just like I would tell the patients, one day at a time. Just take it one hill at a time. Just keep on pushing yourself. And Brian's just been the best encouragement.
I watched this man take and really commit himself to transforming not just his physical body, but emotionally, the way that he held himself, and just an incredible process of watching him do all the things that we try to teach here at Pavillon, which is true wellness, and it's a lifestyle change, not a diet. And he changed the way he ate, and he got into exercising, and today he helps patients be able to understand that journey within themselves. He knows a lot about nutrition, knows a lot about health and wellness and exercise, and actually became certified so that he can teach some of the classes at a gym on the outside of here.
And as downtime for Pavillon, he's very active at a gym that we utilize as well. And he's been supportive in that regard as well, from coaching classes over there to just giving basic tips. He really wears his heart on his sleeve. He genuinely cares about people and about Pavillon, and it's like it's great. They can call him a coworker and know that I work with people like that. But more than that, I genuinely love the guy. He's a friend to me. And I think Pavillon is a better place for having Bryan Kilby have walked through the doors.
He knows all the preferences for staff and patients. For example, if I go down on Salmon Thursday, I get a piece that's pretty crunchy, and he will have that for me without ever having to ask it, because he knows that's how I like my food. But he does that for our patients as well. He knows their names, he knows their preferences, he knows what they're allergic to.
What he holds in his mind as he creates his food for us is amazing. So I'm allergic to avocado. I mentioned it to him once early when I first started working here, and the next time he served something that had avocado in it, he's made up a special plate for me and had it in the back that never touched anything having to do with avocado. And I remember being just so blown away by that. Like, someone remembered something that I'm responsible for, and he took it on, and he does that. I see him do that for all of us, and to me it's just this amazing thing, and it's something I appreciate so much. His food is medicine.
Brian's just such a tone setter for Pavillon, man. He's kind of like one of those first guys that'll be interacting with patients. Like, he knows names, he knows what people like, he's supportive, and his energy is infectious, I think, and it rubs off on a lot of the patients, and just like, he's just a good dude, and I'm glad that I get to work with him, and it's a perk, it's a bonus that I get to have breakfast made by Brian every morning.
I'll make a point to go down for breakfast here. When I walk in, Brian sees me, and immediately he's like starting my order. He says, "You want the usual?" And I'm like, "Yes, I do."
He literally looks at the list of folks that we have here in treatment. He looks at their special dietary needs. Are there people who are vegetarians? Are there people who are gluten-free? Are there people who can't eat dairy? Whatever that might be. And then he also considers, what cultures are we serving? He wants those folks to feel like they're at home.
Another for myself is that he's just been an example of someone that really took a look at his own health and has now, really lost a lot of weight. He's very active, very engaged in exercise, and was kind of motivation for me as well to get on my own journey of health and exercise and weight loss in a sense. So he's a great team member. We're lucky to have him, and his food is incredibly delicious.
My favorite is the chicken Caesar salad, and Bryan always does know what you like and what you don't, and he does always give you a heads up, so that's perfect.
Bryan's inspired us all with his knowledge of nutrition, exercise, and physical well-being. It's not unusual to run into him out on the trails or in the wellness room after lunch.
I know every time I'm in the lunch line, he'll stop what he's doing and what I'm doing and connects, uses my name, and checks in. It's a very warm thing, and more important than what I experience is what staff and patients have said for many years, that he's just like that. He always checks in, and it's really a touch in the form of words. It's heartfelt, it's real, and it's very beneficial to everyone. And don't take it for granted.
He's really proud because it is really good. And talking with people, it's funny because on the phone, not always, but I will sometimes talk about the food and how good it is, and Bryan, how great he is. And then once they get here and they're here a couple of days, if I see them, they'll be like, you were right about the food. Chef Bryan, that's all I hear about.
He has also taught me that with a little time and patience, anything can be achieved. Not to let yourself get overwhelmed, no matter how bad times are. And that is one of the things I think I needed to learn most.
He always has a quick smile and a kind word. He genuinely cares about the people that he works with, and I feel very blessed to know him.